right, we're doing this video because if you are a seller on eBay, you will, and you sell cards on eBay, you might run into this issue that we did with like just shipments not getting there and stuff getting lost in the mail or being damaged or whatever. And my husband found a way that seems to be working pretty well so far, because if you don't end up perfecting this process, it's going to hurt your seller rating. And then, gosh, what happened when your eBay account, your seller rating dropped, and you had to fight stuff with them?
Right. It went below ratings, so it went below average store rating.
Yeah.
So you're only allowed so many defects on your account, and being newer to eBay standard envelope, I wasn't ever really exposed to the best way to ship these. Always kind of accepted to higher class cards and slabs and stuff. So I had to learn myself kind of the best way for these to ship these cards that I've been selling that are using the eBay standard envelope, without them getting lost in the mail. So really just kind of starting off, I sold this card overnight. So just I always get myself a bunch of these rigid top loaders, putting it into a penny sleeve, and then I always put this in upside down, and it'll make sense in a second. But putting it in upside down, and then take a piece of paper. You can print off anything you want, a little thank you note, like a picture. You can print off the invoice, order details, but always just fold it into three. So the goal here is you want it to kind of mimic a letter. So what it's doing is once you send this through eBay standard envelope, it's going to be sifted and shifted and sorted through all these machines
at USPS.
So it needs to mimic a letter. So I have the paper, I open it up, so I'm in the middle. I got my top loader always kind of to the first third of it. So that way, and that'll make sense here in a second too. But that way it's got that bend in it like a letter would. Take a little piece of blue masking tape. Now the card being upside down, now if it does slide out of the penny sleeve, it's not going to hit the bottom of this tape, and the adhesive's not going to pull apart the edges on this card. So that's why I put the card in that side upside down, because if the top was open here and it does want to slide out, hits this adhesive, then it could mess up the edge. So just a little extra thing. Putting it in there, we're going to fold it up, and then just take a normal envelope. You can use any envelope you want. These are the number 10 envelopes.
Letter size.
Yeah, just letter size. Putting it in there as a standard letter. Obviously I don't want to lick these, so I get the self-adhesive. Now, I do have a thermal printer, so get one of those, that would save you. But I'm always gonna tape the back side on it to give it a little extra protection so it doesn't come open. These are a little bit bigger than the envelope, so I just gotta fold a little edge over. But now when you have it in there, it's super bendy in the middle, so, and that's kind of what you want. You want those flex. So if you sell multiple cards, you would want it to be like this in the envelope, resting in there. So when it's getting folded in there, it's actually still gonna bend because you got the middle pieces that are bending. So I've been doing this for the last 100 or so orders for eBay standard envelope, and I haven't had many issues.
And it'll bend without bending the card.
Correct. Yeah, and prior to this, I went from a top-rated seller to a blue-rated seller, really just because if it doesn't go through the sorter, then they got to sort it by hand, and then it takes longer, and then people, in these days and age, they want it within 5 days.
Yeah, so, but it was taking like something that should have taken like 3-4 days was taking like 3 or 4 weeks sometimes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they were putting in, like, submitting to eBay.
Right. And then really, to be honest with you, if you get like an item not received request, just refund it. You are protected as a seller. You're protected as a buyer through eBay. So you're gonna get your money back. But just want to make sure, because if you don't refund it and eBay has to step in, that's a hard lesson I learned too, is eBay has to step in, then they end up, that's a defect that counts against you. But if you don't, and if they don't have to step in, you just refund it automatically, it won't count as a defect. So yeah, a couple hard lessons for sure.